Fuck it up. Oh, what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. I'm down here. Honey, we are down here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The diva has lost her voice. So you're gonna, we're gonna, we're gonna work through it, right? I gotta lotion my hands. Go ahead and like. Oh, look at the sun, girl. What's going on? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know you stopped by. You see how ashy my hands were? I don't know why. I thought I had put some stuff on. I'm waiting for this light to change. I really don't like this light. I really don't like it. And I know what I'm going to do next time. But I really am like annoyed with the light. Ugh, I'm really annoyed with the light. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl. The fuck? I didn't even take notes. I was just tweeting about it as I was watching it. And I'm going to go off of that. And I'm going to look at other people's tweets. Because what is there to talk about? It's too much. I don't know. I'm like, this season really was like, I don't know. It was a bust. I wanted to give it a C minus overall. And honestly, it seemed like, a lot of time was spent on Drew and Ralph. And honestly, I don't care about either one of those characters on the show. Didn't I tell y'all Drew deserved to be in a singing competition? Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? That she needs to be on a singing competition show? She does not. It's a bunch of handprints on my window. She needs to be in a singing competition show. She don't need to be on this show. I just don't like it. I don't like the whole dynamic between Ralph, Courtney, and Drew. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. I don't like how this woman is supposedly, allegedly, the girl in Tampa. I'm in Tampa. The way she's hugging on Ralph is too familiar. You just met him. But I don't think she really just met him. But the fact that she can kind of like, it's like when you fuck with a narcissist, they're really calculating. And a way to get her, I don't know how they decided to bring her on the show so Drew can have some drama, so Drew can, have a storyline. But that's been the storyline forever. I just don't like Drew. I don't like the character. I don't like the character Drew. I don't like the character Courtney. I don't like those characters. And I don't want them to be on this show. If this is going to be Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'll buy out. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't really care for the character Drew Zadora. I just don't. I think she's whack. Right along with Sheree is whack. Sheree, there's two things that are happening from my perspective, is that Drew got into a relationship with a narcissist and learned his ways, basically. And it happens. It happens. You stay with a narcissist long enough and tough it out if you want to, you're going to end up learning some of their mannerisms and behavioral patterns. And then when you are in conflict with other people, that's going to happen. They're going to treat you the way that the person treats them, whoever is that person. Ralph. Drew is pulling a Ralph on Ralph. She's lying about her relationship. Everyone in Atlanta knows that her and Ty fuck around. That's another thing that I didn't appreciate, like Sheree. This is supposed to be a sisterhood. This is just like the shit on Bell Collective, with them going to meet that guy that Tambra was with, right? And no longer with, or whatever. And you go and meet with him and sit down with him. And like with Sheree, with Ralph, I think Drew is lying. I think Ralph is a liar. I think we are dealing with a person who has adopted narcissistic type of behaviors from her husband. And she's lying. I don't know why she's lying about that relationship. But I think what happens is, when there is a seemingly heterosexual couple, and one of those people cheat with the same sex, that's more salacious than the man just cheating on her with women, right? So Ralph cheating on Drew gets overshadowed by, oh my God, Drew must be eating pussy. And then the fact that she's lying about it on top of that, it just makes it like, girl, first of all, y'all act like being gay and lesbian is some like, woo, like this new age idea that the kids are trying out. Right? It's like it's so fucking weird. Like yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, on Instagram, they posted this guy saying that he was with Blueface, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." Girl, y'all are so busy trying to protect this man's heterosexuality as if it's as bad as his degenerate behavior. That's what really gets me. It's like y'all act like something's wrong. One, you act like there's something wrong with being gay. Hello, there's not. And we know there's not. And for you to be in 2023, in the age of electronic cars, thinking something's wrong with being gay, you're fucking late. Update your goddamn operating system. So for the fact that the people are around here acting like, oh my God, Drew's fucking with Ty. Drew, first of all, nobody gives a fuck if you like pussy. It's really not a big deal. It's not. You're making it a big deal because you're lying about it. And then it doesn't take away the fact that your husband was cheating on you too. You are two people in a relationship cheating on each other. That's just what's happening. And that's what we're watching. And I'm just like, girl. And Allison, when she walks by the door during their lunch break and cuts her eyes at Ralph, she needs to cut her eyes at Drew and Ralph because they're both playing games and I don't want to see it. Go to a singing competition show. Go to a show where you have to, do acting vignettes or something like that, like an actor's workshop show, like a reality show about an actor's workshop. So Drew can live out whatever fucking fantasies she wants to live out. When she was going off and Ralph was like, you're acting, Drew. I said, I almost at the same time I said it with him. Girl, you're acting. You're acting. You are acting right now. Yes, you might be feeling these emotions, but they're on 10, actress, and scene for the actress. And it's fake. And then you have this guy, Danny. How many goddamn assistants first of all do you need? Like that nanny, that chef that you made a nanny and allegedly was bathing your kids and she didn't work out as the chef. She's the one that sued you. But then if she was so bad as a chef, you turn around and hire her as a nanny. I believe that lady's story. Drew, we have seen what they need to do is make a montage of how many assistants Drew has had in 3 years. Why do you have so many assistants? Why don't they work out? Why don't you have the same assistant for at least 2 seasons? This guy, Danny, he's telling everybody your business. You have too many people around you. And for these people to not be signing NDAs is wild as hell. That shit is crazy as hell to me. So, I don't know. I'm like not really into it. I said, Ralph and Drew, I'm gonna read tweets because, that's just what I'm gonna do today. Right, this shit. Why was she singing to him? Like, that shit was so fucking cringy. I was like, girl, what the fuck is happening right now? And it's so crazy because it's not like these women haven't performed their songs at the reunion before. Kim has done Tardy for the Party. I don't think Kenya has performed. She performed on Watch What Happens Live. Twirl. What is the song called? Gone with the Wind, Fabulous. And then Candy performed Fly Above the Haters. They've all performed, whoever's going to do. We didn't get a chance to get Nene because Nene made her hit single. Hello, hit single. I don't know if it was a hit single, but she made her single after her time on Housewives. But I'm just so annoyed at, like, I don't know. This season was really trash. Like, it was trash. I don't know if it's production, it's the formula of the women. I thought it was hilarious when Drew was like, "Don't you ever talk about my kids." Girl, what you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, girl? Kids are off limits. Obviously, they're not. And this is, and you know what? We would love for the kids to be off limits. But when somebody brings the kids in, no matter how it is, y'all like to scapegoat your kids when there's people really be talking about your parenting. But for me, in this case, Courtney was talking about Drew's children. But on the other end of that, bitch, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do that I'm mentioning that you wanted Josiah to be adopted so that you can go off with your gay lover relationship? Ralph saying that it was a hasty decision for the boy to be adopted. Girl, that's a mess. That is a mess. That you've been that in the boy's life for how long? It's not a hasty decision. He doesn't want to take over parental rights since the father wants to be involved. And Drew and the father have been communicating. She was like, girl, I was like, this is stupid. A lot of people didn't like that Kenya, stepped in and was like telling Ralph about who he is. I said Kenya is always the one stepping in. It's all these other male identified mammy mountain climbers that always side with Candy. Oh, I think you gaslighting Ralph. You should have said, I think you're gaslighting Ralph as much as he gaslights you. That's what you should have said, because Ralph is not without harm. He is what we see is what that do. No emotion. When Drew was performing, like I said on Twitter, he looked like he wanted to vomit. He looked like he wanted to throw the fuck up. He did. This is too. Yeah, wait. Let me see. There we go. That's more like it. I was like, what's going on? My thing is, Ralph and Drew are liars who cheated on each other in the relationship, but Ralph started it, and he also gaslights her and lacks empathy and emotion. But her cheating with a woman is more salacious, I guess. Somebody said they glad she cheated on him, especially with Ty's fine ass. That's what they said. Ty looks like a Sanrio character to me. She's not. She all right. She all right. She like Hello Kitty, one of Hello Kitty's friends. I think I said what's bold is producers are allowing Ralph and Courtney didn't pull a fast one on anybody. Ralph and Courtney, the producers knew. I believe that the producers knew that Ralph and Courtney knew each other, because the way they when they met at Ross's party and were like, "Oh, we're cousins." How did you determine that so fast? What would the conversation have been for you to determine that y'all are related in some way? And I think it's trash that the producers allowed her to come on. I think it's trash that Sheree is receiving text messages. I think that's trash. Don't tell me about a sisterhood and you're like, well, actually, girl, shut your nose up. Shut up. What else? Let's see. Marlo and Candy. Candy had it right, girl. You trying to use anything to get some shit going with me. I am annoyed that no one asked Marlo, what were your expectations? I expected more. More of what? She said a chicken wing. Bitch, you wanted me to cater your fucking repast? I don't know you or your fucking nephew. Fuck that whole shit up. Fuck it. Like, girl, what do you expect? I was like, Marlo, you're crazy. Like, single white female crazy. Because it's like, what did you expect from her? She didn't know nothing about, she didn't even know him like that. She's in pictures, yeah, because she's a goddamn owner and here are her employees. Girl, what are you talking about? I was like, girl, shut up, Marlo. I just expected more. Marlo said she was going to stay quiet this reunion. She stayed quiet for the most part. She was getting the girls together. She was telling, who did she tell when she was talking to Drew? Her and Drew, when Drew were going back and forth. I didn't take notes, so I don't remember exactly what they were saying, but her and Drew were going back and forth, and Marlo was getting Drew together. You're a liar. Are you going to tell the truth? Like, that's the thing. And my thing is, I feel like as a cast member, I would go to producers and other cast members and say, listen, we cannot have people on the show who are lying about their lives. That is not fair. It's not fair. Yes, I feel like Ralph is doing all the things that he's doing, but what's the girl's name? Drew. She lies. She lies. What do I lie about? Girl, you are with that lady. Stop fucking playing. You don't want to. He's acting like he doesn't cheat on her, and she's acting like she doesn't cheat on him. Y'all are lying. Sheree told Candy to take a break because she only promotes her businesses and she doesn't share her life. That's a lie. Girl, that's a whole fucking lie. If she doesn't share her life, how the fuck does she have little specials, Candy's family vacation and Candy's ski trip and all that shit? That's her life. What are you talking about, Sheree? What the fuck do you do for a living, bitch? Let's get into your life. Because all we know is that you date dumb dudes. That's it. That's pretty much all we know. And that you don't pay your fucking bills. You date dumb dudes and don't pay your fucking bills. So how do you make your money? These are the questions that need to be asked. Marlo, what did you expect? Did you expect Candy to cater the repast? You didn't send me information on anything, on a funeral or anything, but you want to talk about Cameo. So you really don't care. It's like you were trying to come up with something. I was triggered. Who wouldn't be triggered? Girl, what? Why are you triggered with me? Because you could have done more. What more do you want from me? Girl. Shout out to the energy vampire. Fuck that nigga. He's on the internet crying, sucking in the people. I told you, he loves it. He loves it. Girl, Sonya is always disappointed with Kenya. Didn't I tell y'all? She always me and Kenya need to sit down and we need to discuss this because I feel like her behavior. Girl, I'm with Kenya. Girl, I don't have to do your charity event. I didn't have to host. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do none of this stuff. I didn't have to. You asked me to be on Mommy Nation. You asked me to do your charity. And now all of a sudden, Kenya could have called me. To me, I feel like you're making some shit up or Kenya just doesn't like you. Because the truth is, multiple people have said off camera, Kenya, and not ironically, because they're both Aquarius. What is Kenya an Aquarius? Yeah, she's an Aquarius. Marlo's an Aquarius, and they're both so kind. They're both so kind. They check up on people when the cameras are down. Kenya, several people have said that about Kenya. So I feel like either you missed the message or you're not looking for it because you want to have a problem with Kenya. And it's like, Sonya, shut up. Her story was really, really sad. Sounds like I'm working backwards. Her story was really sad when she was explaining what she went through with her miscarriage. Sorry to hear that. But still, you still a flip-flopping ass bitch. You still a flip-flopping ass. You sit on the fence. Oh, you don't, you don't say anything to Marlo. I did tell Marlo that it was wrong that she sent those videos to Toya. Okay, girl. What else? Is she wrong for kicking on Kenya's door? Is she wrong for expecting this woman to send over fried chicken and deviled eggs, girl, to the damn funeral? Shut up. Yeah, Allison really cut her eyes at Ralph. She's talking to Ralph. Courtney is talking to Ralph, and Allison walks by the door. And when she walks by the door, Courtney calls herself closing the door. She said, "Don't close the door on me." And she was like, "I'm closing the door on you." And she was like, something was like, "Tell this bitch." She was like, "Tell this bitch," or something. She's like, "Oh, I'm a bitch. I thought you didn't say the word bitch." And she's like, "I do now." And then she's like, I don't know. I like, when I'm watching this show, I always go back to what Kenya told Carlos King. The girls don't audition. They just let anybody on the show. They don't film with the women prior. whoever is running the formula over there at Truly Original, y'all have the formula fucked up. And I don't know if you are too ashamed to call anyone in for help or to ask for pointers or to even listen to the goddamn viewers, right? Because what y'all producing is trash. 16 episodes and 2-part reunion, it's trash. This season was trash. A C- I gave it last night. I don't even know if I posted it. Sheree says she has text messages of Ty and Drew. Somebody dropped them off. Who dropped them off? Courtney, Ralph. Ralph must have dropped them off. She was like, no. To me, I feel like that's crazy. When you're in collusion with a man against his wife, I think that's nasty work. Did you hear Drew tell everybody that she's seen Ralph single-handedly, what'd she say? Beat the IRS single-handedly. Did you hear that? That was like a literal dog whistle to come check his records. Come audit this man. Then he shows some badge that he was out in Las Vegas with the Magic Mike thing. You see Candy. Did you see us on page 6, Candy? Did you see? Oh, John Pierre, whoever the man was. John Pierre. Oh, is Ralph going to Magic Mike? He was like, yeah, he did. He is? Girl, that's Joyce's baby, honey. I want to know what's the true consequence for talking about someone's kid. You're just shamed by your community. Like, ooh, you shouldn't be talking about people's kids, girl. Sheree saying she doesn't want to be in the middle. Sheree is trash. Why does she have printed out text messages? Marlo saying read them aloud. Candy, Andy is passing them around as he's saying, I don't know if I would really want my business out there like that. And he's just passing the things around. Candy and Kenya, they're reading the text message. There's nothing incriminating in here. This is what Kenya's saying. And it might be. Kenya is the type of person to be like, I don't see nothing in here, but really be reading like, girl, what the fuck is this? After, right? Because we as a viewing audience don't even get to see the contents of the email, nor where they printed on the screen, because everybody knows that Ty and Drew been messing around. I don't know if it's because she's a preacher's kid. I don't know I don't know what it could be. That's the only rational thing that I could see, that, oh, you're cheating. If you're cheating, that's the thing. It's like she's cheating. If she was cheating with a man, it would be like, okay, y'all cheating on each other. But it's because it's a woman that it's like, oh my God. Like I said, I guess it's salacious. Y'all act like being gay or being people cheating on their spouses with the same gender is like uncommon. Like, niggas be gay, women be gay. Courtney and Drew going back and forth arguing. It really sounded like a bunch of chirping. It really did. I didn't understand Drew telling her to lay off the vodka. I didn't understand that. We're done. She kept telling her, we're done. It's done. It's over with. And she was like, you have messed those kids up. I think that's what Courtney was saying. Courtney was saying a lot. And I was like, damn, how are you so like brolic in taking up for this man that you just figured out you were cousins, and you really going this hard with no real historical evidence, just his word? And why would a man tell you, yes, I'm cheating on my wife, this is fake, I am cheating on my wife, no, I'm not cheating. I don't know. I think it's weird for Courtney to be going so hard for Ralph and not be more invested than I just met him. Like, you're not a cousin. Like, that's it. Like, you're not a cousin. You're not even a play cousin. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Ralph and Courtney that was the person he was going to see in Tampa. That's how I feel. So why didn't they show Courtney? Courtney said she said multiple times what she said about Josiah multiple times. She said girl, I said that multiple times. Oh, you didn't think you was on camera. That's what Drew tells her. You didn't think you was on camera. You didn't think the camera was rolling. This is the second time. But she said, I said that multiple times. I wish they would have showed her saying it multiple times. I wish they would have showed that. Drew is like, don't you ever, ever, lips curled and everything, girl. What are you going to do? Are you going to beat her up? You're going to fight her? You're going to beat her up because she said that you wanted Josiah adopted so you can go live your gay lover relationship? What's really sad is how Ralph is acting with Josiah. Like, you write a step parent book, but all of a sudden now you don't want to adopt the kid. I feel like he's just doing classic narcissist moves to where, like, you look great to other people on the outside, but inside you're like, oh, you're a terrorist. He showed no emotion. He was the only husband there. No other husbands came. Todd wasn't there. Ross wasn't there. Scotty is not her husband, but they've had boyfriends there before. Kenya brought Matt one year with her crazy ass. I wouldn't have brought that weird ass nigga standing behind me. Crazy eyes is what she calls him. It's so damn hot. Ugh. You can't even enjoy it. Anyways, that was the end of the episode. That was the end of the episode. I don't know what else to talk about. Let's see what some of the tweets say. How many more? We'll do another 5 minutes. Shout out to T with Dre. They say Ralph is purposefully riling Drew up and speaking calmly so it looks like she's crazy. Joe Budden used to do that. He used to do that all the time. The women used to be like jumping, bing, 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 off the wall, and he would be sitting in a chair like, yeah, and so, and yeah, and so. I don't understand why you're so angry. Why are you getting so angry with me? His dick is rock hard from you, boom, bing, 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 from them making you get into a delirium. They love it. They love it. Purposely riling Drew up and speaking calmly so it looks like she is the crazy one and he is the balanced person. Manipulation. He is able to succeed because this is a cast of weirdo and birds. Right. Shout out to Harold. He says, side note, Marlo is homophobic. I hope y'all are paying attention to the tone of her remarks regarding Drew and Ty. Not only that, I believe that Marlo doesn't really like men and she only uses men as a resource, and she really probably enjoys women, the company of women, better than she enjoys the company of a man. And when they said that, when it was another moment when Drew, when they were like, it's a woman with a big ass, and then Andy is looking at the phone, showing Andy the phone with text messages, I guess, of Ralph and another woman, and this person says to Ralph, when can I come back and get some more dick, or something like that. And when Andy said it was a woman with a big ass, Marlo goes, oh, like it was like she was relieved that it wasn't a man. If it was a man, like I just don't understand. Like this whole thing, this is weird. I saw a man today on Instagram who told me that straight is the default setting for human beings. He really did. I was like, what? Let me find that comment. I'm gonna find that comment. I was like, oh, I hate that they do that. They don't show you all the comments. They don't show you all the comments. Oh, let me see. I think it was on. I know what post it was on. Let me find the post. Okay, here's the post. Let me. Newest. Let's do this. Oh, where is that comment? No. I can't find it. It was like, it's crazy. It was like, he said that being straight is the default setting. And girl, I was like, y'all, there's people that really think that. And it's like, it's weird because you can't be no more than 50 years old. And if you're 50 years old, if you're 50 years old and you still are holding on to if you're like between 50 and I'll say like 55, 56, and you have like these weird ideologies about heterosexuality and homosexuality, it's like, fucking pick up a book. Like, you literally are operating on old programming. You literally are buffering. You need to update your operating systems, honestly, because it's absolutely ridiculous that you could be like young in this generation. Like, it's weird to me. It's absolutely weird. So people cheating on people of the same gender, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Oh, you're supposed to be heterosexual. Girl, that shit is fake. That shit is fake. People like what they like. All that shit is fake. It's all fake. It was some post. I can't remember that post. But that was the end of the episode. Take care of each other, of what you call it? Housewives. I don't know. I'm like, that's the only reason why people are paying more attention to Drew's side. And on top of that, like, Ralph did not ever admit that he was cheating on Drew. He said he's been loyal to his wife. Andy asked him a question. He was like, Andy asked him a question. He started answering differently. And Andy was like, that's not what I said. That's not what I asked. Answer the question. Answer the question. Why aren't you answering the question? Girl. And then Courtney, she was on, where was she on? With L'Oreal and them. Here she go. Here she go.
And because I advocated for children who were burned and also who were also in car accidents, I have chosen not to get a 3-hour plastic surgery to break my jaw and make the right side perfect to the left, right? So these are things that make me who I am and have given me the self-assurance to...
Okay, so I asked in the comments, girl, she said Kenya falling was her karma. Was that accident that left her talking in cursive her karma? I really want to know that. I really want to know that. Was that her karma? Her getting into an accident and now she's the emoji with the slanted smile? Like, y'all be saying dumb stuff, and then when it's applied to you, now it's like, oh my God, no, I can't believe you're saying that. Oh, but you said that woman falling on her ass was karma. Was your accident your karma? I would really like to know that. Girl. That's why you can't say stupid stuff. Anyways, y'all, I'm done talking about the episode. I give the overall season a C minus. If they reboot the show and scrap everybody, I'm fine with it. What they have going on, it's what, Basketball Wives Orlando. They can call it something else, but that's the kind of energy that they need to bring over to the Housewives. But I'm done with Candy. I'm done with Kenya. I'm done with Courtney. I'm done with Sonya. Sonya, girl, no. Go shop your own show with your entire family and that family dynamic. I know you've already had a show like that before. You need to go shop it again. Candy, you need to take your Lisa Vanderpump ass over there to Candy and the Gang. Kenya can have a spin-off show too with her goddamn hair spa. Get these women off of my TV, and unless you are going to come with a new formula. Get Sheree off my TV. Get Drew off my fucking TV. Go put her ass on The Masked Singer or some other singing, The Voice or some other singing competition show on Lifetime or some shit. I don't want to see Ralph and his sloped head anymore. I don't want to see that relationship anymore. If Drew and Ralph are playing a game with their marriage like that and they're not really getting divorced, I honestly think she should be kicked off the show. I do not want to see Courtney. I don't want to see her. Bitch, who are you? We don't know who you are, where you came from, and how you were able to get a contract to get on this show, to be and actually be knowing who Ralph is, get on this show, sign a contract, even have fucking shots of you as if you're truly a friend. All right, I'm out.